Now, speaking of the physical therapy, we did interview Joe Galli just a couple days ago, and I know
Yeah.
I found out he's a good friend of yours, which I didn't know ahead of time.
Oh yeah.
Um, he brought up how your physical therapy knowledge helps you with commentary in professional wrestling. Does it also help in the world of mixed martial arts and boxing because you understand the body and the human anatomy better, or?
Yeah, without question. First off, love Joe. Him and I were broadcast partners for, I gotta say, about 3 years consecutively with Championship Wrestling before, he went his way with NWA and then I went my way to Florida with WWE. But no, we've stayed very good friends. We chat all the time, text each other random stuff all the time. Very proud of all the work he's done. You talk about multitasking. I mean, look at Joe's life, working full-time in news and then sneaking away to do wrestling for a long time. I mean, I was working with him when his one news station had no idea he was working in wrestling, so very happy for him, very proud of him. He's also newly engaged, which is awesome. So, yeah, there's no question about it. That's why, I don't think there's any commentator out there with my exact skill set. That doesn't mean I'm better than anybody else. I'm just saying there isn't anybody with what I have in my brain. On top of the 15 years in stand-up, being able to handle any situation on the spot, I have a master's degree in physical therapy.
Wow.
Like my master's degree is in the body. So sure, it worked in wrestling, but absolutely it works in MMA or boxing. The thing is, being a play-by-play guy, though, I have to call the action first. If we have some time, I can get into what could be happening with a Kimura lock or something like that, or, whether it be an arm bar, you could talk about how it could tear the labrum or the different muscles of the rotator cuff. And I love bringing that into my storytelling in wrestling because, submissions have become more and more popular over the last 10 to 15 years, especially in wrestling. And so, yeah, that's a big part of what I think storytelling needs to be, not just, oh, it's this hold. Well, what does the hold do? But that's the thing is most play-by-play guys, they can't give you an expertise on that. They can take a guess. Like I've heard commentators say, oh, and he's prone on the mat when the guy's laying on his back. No. Prone is on your stomach. Supine's on your back. Like little things like that where I'm just like sitting there going, that's not quite right. But, I can't blame them. They don't have a master's degree in physical therapy. So yeah. I try my best to bring in that expertise, but I don't try to like hit you over the head with it. I just want to, I want to make sure the viewer has a complete understanding of what they're seeing. And I'm grateful for physical therapy to give me that.
Yeah, when I was talking to Joe and he was bringing that up, he mentioned, your knowledge of it and your expertise on it. And it just made me think instantly, so you're not doing Gorilla Monsoonisms, with the various body parts that he would mention that don't actually exist.
You mean the bread basket? I love the bread basket.
Fantastic.
Gorilla was my hero. As far as commentary teams, as a little kid, Gorilla, Monsoon, and Bobby Heenan, oh boy. I mean, I could watch them. I still do. I go back and watch all their clips, whether it be, Tuesday Night Titans or watch the little sketches they did where Heenan left a bunch of banana peels for Gorilla when they were out in the woods. I mean, you talk about classic duos who didn't even have to try to be great. That's what they were. There was such an authenticity to Gorilla, being just the, protecting the baby face and just being just the good-hearted voice. And then there was Bobby Heenan, who could get one over on a lady in church. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, by no means would I ever want to interpret or do impressions of any other commentator, but, I certainly learn and appreciate from listening to them.
No, absolutely. They were great. Weasel was the perfect nickname for Bobby the Brain Heenan's character.
Yeah.